Lyndon Arthur is back, ready to stake a claim for a shot at world glory when he takes on Argentina's Walter Gabriel Shechiera. Part of a huge night of action on Saturday, September the 17th. It's live and free on Channel 5.
Razaban for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to have with me the Descent, George Groves. George, how we doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good night of boxing?
Yeah, real good night of boxing. The lightweight British title fight was really good. Two Welsh lads just gave it all. Talked about being sparring partners before, and then there was a slight element of sparring while they were fighting, but all action. Couldn't pick them. Draw was probably fair. I thought Woodrow probably should have nicked it, but you know. And then we had Troy Williams, who came in. I didn't think he boxed awfully great, but he's got this big fight with Josh Kelly on the horizon, so he got out and got the job done. And Lyndon Arthur back after 9 months out, or maybe even a bit longer, and another win under his belt. In against a slightly awkward little pocket rocket guy who came to have a go and win, but he got rid of him in the end.
Troy Williams, and obviously, you know, as a fighter, when you know there's a big fight coming up and it's secured, is it hard? Is that playing in your mind when you're fighting in the ring beforehand?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know if it ever happened to me, but yeah, you got to go out there and get rid of the guys. You always want to be really razor sharp. You never want to come in flat. So yeah, I feel like he didn't quite start super sharp. The guy maybe was a little bit more of a awkward than he thought, and then if it come to win, come out swinging, and then he had to sort of liven up and he stiffened up a bit, but you know, found his range in the end and got rid of him. It was good.
I'm surprised Josh Kelly's taken that fight.
No, I think it's a good fight. It's the right fight right now. I mean, Avanesian's a really hard fight, but Kelly's been one to push. He's training with Adam Booth, and there's a lot of hype around him when he started, and they'll want to push on. I'm sure Adam's not training someone who just wants to make up the numbers. Adam likes to train winners and champions and people who are going to go on and win world titles. So he'll believe that, Josh Kelly. He won't just say it if that's not the truth. So if that's the case, then you've got to get people past the domestic scene to start with. And right now, that's Troy Williams.
Lyndon Arthur, I know obviously he's had 10 months out of the ring, but the light heavyweight division is stacked with UK talent. Dan Aziz, Boatsi, Yard, Shakan Peters as well. Do you think he's ready to mix it with them boys next?
Yeah. I mean, he is. I mean, he's the win over Yard and then lost, but just having the win over Yard puts you in a mix. You know what I mean? Puts you in a mix because Yard's a world-class fighter. And yeah, you got Shakan Peters, Dan Aziz, Craig Richards, Joshua Boatsi, Callum Johnson, Callum Smith. You know, I'm sure there's a few more I've missed as well. So you've got to be in the mix with these guys. Some of them are going to not want to fight him because Callum Smith's probably gunning for a world title. Callum Johnson might be lingering for a world title. Joshua Boatsy's definitely eyeing up world titles. So it might be Spider Richards or someone like that who he gets next. But I want to see him in harder fights, more meaningful fights. Let's probably see a bit more of him. A bit sharp. He has a laid-back style from what I've seen, you know, and he's sort of maybe not fights within himself, but he can go through the gears and sometimes he doesn't. Whereas the better the opposition, the more you have to go through the gears, the sharper you have to be, and the better you have to perform, and therefore the better we get to see of someone. So I like to see him in the tougher fights because I think he'll be better for it.
George, 3 weeks away now, a huge fight, Chris Eubank Jr., Conor Benn. When I speak to people, I tell them, you know, George was a big super middleweight and he landed clean on Jr. and Jr. didn't go down. How does Conor beat Jr.?
If Eubank is severely weight drained, or tired, or took it easy because he thinks he's fighting a welterweight or whatever, I don't know. If he ain't quite right, Benn's just got to get in there. He's got to put him under pressure. He's got to make him work. Go to the body and look to land a big shot. I mean, Eubank does have a good chin. Great engine, good work rate, very strong, decent power. Hand speed is okay. Made some technical changes since I fought him. Now working with Jones, we'll see whether they're beneficial or not. But yeah, I think you know, I like Conor. I've always been a fan of Conor. I've always appreciated Conor. I've got to say that I think it's an uphill battle for him. I think size wins on the night, but it's an interesting event. I'm looking forward to it.
The rehydration, how key is that going to be?
Well, what is the rehydration?
There's rumours around 9 or 10 pounds.
10 pounds. I mean, 10 pounds what you'd have to do for an IBF world title fight, and rehydration is what you have to weigh the next morning. So you'll weigh in at midday, then the following morning, 10 a.m. you'll do the rehydration weigh-in. But then that don't mean that still means you can still put on another 10 pound between then and fight night. You know, by the time you ring walk. So you got to be careful what you're going to play with overnight. That might mean you have a shit night's sleep, but maybe not. You know, if Eubank puts on 11 pounds, has a good night's sleep, sleeps off 2 pounds, or even has a little jog in the morning, takes off half a pound, makes the weight, and then hydrates back up. You know, I can't see Conor Benn being able. He's not cutting 10 pound for the weigh-in when he's just gone up 2 to weight division. So Eubank might be 15 plus pound heavier than him on the night, which is a lot, a real lot.
Over the years, we've cried for fights. Khan Brook happened too late. We wanted to see Groves, DeGale 2, didn't happen. Talks about Joshua Fury, and they're very positive talks. Both sides are very confident this fight happens. Does it happen?
It might do. It might do. I think it might be now or never. They both sort of called each other out, and then neither of them want to bluff it. Let's go for it. I think money's always a way that the stumbling block. But now Joshua probably knows that he could take. He'd probably fight Fury for free if he's got enough money already, and know that if he beats Fury, he's back in the game. You know, and the money's going to come back with it. I don't encourage any fighter to fight for free, but he would. He don't mind taking a significant pay cut for the opportunity. He's come off the back of 2 world title losses, and then get given a world title fight opportunity. Be a bit crazy not to take it. He's too big of a name and a profile, and he's just been at the top for too long to have a couple of knockover jobs and then what? And then fight Fury. He doesn't need that for his confidence. He should just go in. I think he made a lot of improvements with the new coach Garcia. So who knows? Maybe this is the time.
Time will tell. Just finally, this interview won't go out until tomorrow morning, but tonight, Canelo, Triple G. They're saying Triple G's over the hill. He's 40 years old. He looked great on the scales, but has he got it in him to dethrone Canelo?
We'll see, won't we? I'd love to think he has. I'd love to see an entertaining 50-50 fight. We just might. I think he might roll back the clock. He might have been saving it all for Alvarez. And maybe this is the best time to fight Alvarez. Who knows? I think Alvarez is a big favourite. Wouldn't surprise me if he's a clear winner. But I don't know. Man, the magic of boxing might be a mega fight. Golovkin might get rid of him. Can punch like fuck, man. He's a fucking one of the best middleweights of all time. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see a great fight. That's enough.
George Groves, IFL TV, thank you very much.
Yeah, I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more times.
5 blokes outside my front door. Can you come and help me?
One hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.